Hi, I'm Philip Bocox, and this is the Ledwell water tanker. We manufacture it in several configurations and sizes. In a minute, we're going to see it in action and show you how it works. But first, let's talk a bit about safety. When operating any piece of heavy equipment, safety is the most important issue. There are several basic safety checks that need to be made before getting on the road. First, do a complete walk around of the vehicle to check the tires, hoses, lights, and general appearance. Also see that the area around the vehicle is clear of obstacles that could be damaged by or cause damage to the vehicle. You should do a similar walk around when you reach your destination. The cabin should be equipped with a fire extinguisher and emergency reflectors. See that the brakes and all the lights are functioning properly. Be sure the backup alarm is working. There are several warning signs posted on the vehicle. You should read these signs and understand how they apply. The Ledwell water tanker is a wonderful piece of equipment providing a number of ways to distribute water, but it can also be a hazard if you're not paying close attention to what's going on around you. This vehicle is capable of delivering a very powerful stream of water as far as 100 feet. Even the front and rear sprayers can spray close to 50 feet. If you are operating close to a road, you can easily send a wave of water onto the windshield of a passing vehicle. You can obstruct their vision and cause a wreck. You do not want that liability. Know where the water is going and how far. Know what's going to be in the path of that water. Let's fill the tank and spread some water. There are 3 ways to fill the Ledwell water tanker: from an overhead spout with a 2.5-inch hose, or refilling from a reservoir. Regardless of how you fill it, never overfill. Always leave a little room at the top of the tank. Water can slosh out the top and splash on passing vehicles. The quickest and easiest way to fill the tank is to back under an overhead spout and let water drop through the manway on top of the tank. A second option is from a fire hydrant or other source that can accommodate a 2.5-inch hose. The tanker features a fill port that will accept this size hose. Finally, it can be refilled from a reservoir using the onboard pump. Now, before you can fill from a reservoir, there must be water in the primer tank. It's located inside the main tank. Now, when you first fill the main tank from a spout or with a hose, the primer tank was automatically filled. It retains that water for priming the onboard pump. Now, remove the cap from the water intake. Run your intake hose from the reservoir to the intake port and clamp into place. Close the main 4-inch valve. Then open the primer valve. Be sure all other valves are closed. Next, return to the cab. Be sure your handbrake is set. Activate your power takeoff unit, the PTO. The procedures for engaging the PTO may vary depending on the type transmission your vehicle is equipped with. Refer to your operating manual for specific instructions. With the PTO engaged, you can adjust the engine's RPM. If your vehicle is equipped with an electronic throttle, activate the throttle. You can also use your cruise control if your truck is equipped with one. The idea is to increase the engine's RPMs in order to speed up the pumping function. When the tank is full, disengage the PTO, then close the primer valve and open the main valve. You're ready to spread water. Before we continue, it's very important you're aware of the PTO drive shaft. It spins at a high rate of speed. Serious injury or damage will occur if you or anything else contacts the spinning shaft. Stay clear of it and keep obstructions clear of it. Now let's spread some water. With the Ledwell water tanker, you normally have 3 spray units plus water hose outlets. The spray units are controlled with valve units or switches, depending on your particular vehicle configuration. Under standard settings, water from the front and rear units will cover a 160-degree arc. You can operate both at the same time if you choose. Individual spray heads can be adjusted with a pipe wrench. When finished, return the spray control to its off position and disengage the PTO. Now listen up. This is critical. Before disengaging any spray unit, lower your truck's RPMs. That is, reduce your engine speed. If you close the spray unit while the engine and PTO are running at high RPMs, abnormal load will be put on the internal parts of the pump and will damage the pump. In addition to the front and rear spray units, the Ledwell water tanker also features a side spray unit. The side spray nozzle clamps into the side spray port. Now, you can adjust it vertically to any desired spray angle that you like. Once you achieve that angle, clamp it into place. The spray unit is activated exactly like the front and rear units. If you are standing outside the cab when you operate this unit, engage the electronic throttle or cruise control to provide the power you need. Your tanker might include a 2.5-inch hose. Unroll the hose in a straight line to eliminate crimps. Be sure the nozzle is closed. Clamp the hose to the hose port and open the hose valve all the way. Now engage the PTO and throttle or cruise control. You can now open the hose nozzle and spray as hard as you desire. There's also a garden hose port that operates the same way. A nice option is the rear hose reel. It is plumbed and ready to go. You simply turn on the hose valve, unspool the hose, and spray. When you've finished, you can quickly crank the hose back on the spool. At Ledwell & Son, we go to great lengths to make our product as safe and foolproof as possible, but we can't drive it for you. When operating a Ledwell water tanker, use your head. Common sense is your best ally. Before leaving your point of origin, be totally familiar with the operation of the vehicle. Always be aware of what's going on around you, and always be sensitive to how the vehicle is handling. When it gets down to it, you are responsible for your own safety. Thank you very much.